The appeal of religious organizations. NRMs have experienced a growth in recent years. Particularly in the West, attendance on the whole has dropped within established churches, but NRM membership has increased. Sociologists have tried to explain the appeal of NRMs with the following arguments. Marginality and theodicy privilege. Others argue that sects tend to appeal to people who are marginalized in society, i.e. disadvantaged people who are pushed out of mainstream society. Weber believes that sects are based on theodicy of disprivilege. This offers an explanation for suffering and/or an offering of a better life, afterlife, or divine revolution. Sects also offer integration, support, and status which is denied in wider society. Link to gender, ethnicity, class, and age. Link to Marxist and functionalist views of a religion. Link to interactionism and religion as a compensator. This helps to explain the high membership of Black Americans in MRN since World War II, e.g. Black Muslims. Members of the Black Muslim movement in 1960 found support and friendship. They dropped their slave names and replaced them with Muslim names. This helped them turn their negative identity into a positive one. This argument suggests, therefore, that marginalized individuals are more likely to join sects, world-rejecting than establishing churches or denominations. When studying the Moonies, Barker found that most members were drawn from happy, affluent, middle-class backgrounds. Despite Barker's criticism, Wallace points out that most of these MC members were in fact marginalized as they were sop-outs, drug users, and hippies, therefore they were marginalized. Relative deprivation. Stark and Bainbridge disagree with the marginalization argument in that it confines membership to NRMs to the poverty-stricken, WC, whilst ignoring the fact that NRMs attract a high proportion of MC individuals, e.g. the Christian New Right. Large numbers of MC people in America have joined NRMs because in materialistic society they feel relatively deprived compared to others. Even though these people are not deprived materially, they feel spiritually deprived. The greater the material wealth, the more spiritual deprivation an individual feels. This is often described as a spiritual vacuum. E.g., Christian teachers tell us it's harder for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven than a camel to pass through the eye of a needle. Also, that the meek shall inherit the earth. This might explain the growth in New Age movements among the MCs. See notes on NAMs. Also, the growth in world-accommodating church membership, which allows members to balance their lives between the material world and the spiritual realm. Pragmatic motives. Healer suggests that many MRMs appeal to the wealthy and highly educated who use religious organizations as escapes from the pressures of works and family life. NRMs give the followers a break from reality, and as such, the followers gain respite from their hectic lives. This allows them to continue to function and be successful. Furthermore, NRMs can teach techniques to inspire people to achieve emotionally and materially. People join sects as a form of protest against society, the establishment. The sect unites people who have suffered or who struggle within mainstream society, and sect membership therefore becomes a symbol of the mechanism for rebellion, e.g. Black Muslims, Nation of Islam. This might explain the growth of NRMs and NAMs within postmodern society. People may be disillusioned with the consumerist, materialist, liberal nature of the postmodern world. Social change of disruption. Wilson argues that people are more likely to turn to MRMs during times of social upheaval or disruption to the norm. In these times, they are likely to experience feelings of normlessness, uncertainty, and insecurity. NRMs offer certainty, structure, and security during these times, e.g. growth in Methodism during the Industrial Revolution. Cohen agrees with this idea and points out that there was a growth in NRMs within medieval, which experienced plague, famine, and war. Also, during the 1960s and Vietnam War, many young Americans joined the hippie movement, which went hand in hand with NRMs and NAMs. Secularization. In the postmodern world, with so many conflicting ideologies and beliefs, people experience a crisis of meaning, and as such form and join the MRMs to retain some control and normality. Also, because many traditional churches have watered down their beliefs in Contemporary society. People may feel the need to reassert their beliefs through NRMs. This could explain the growth of fundamentalist movements. Another argument is that the key here is postmodernism assumes that traditional structures that define individual identity have broken down, e.g. class, gender, age and ethnicity. As such, people may turn to NRMs for a sense of identity. The postmodernist world is saturated by the media, and as such, people are more aware of and have more access to different and new types of NRMs. Remember, it's useful to remind yourselves of the individualistic, diverse and choice-ridden nature of the postmodern world. Religion is fast becoming fashionable, with younger generations thanks to celebrity endorsements and profiles. Remember, you will need to draw on these explanations when considering why particular social groups join particular types of religious organizations, i.e., gender, ethnicity, class, and age.